Happy Wednesday, everybody. So it's really hot out. I don't really want to be in the kitchen a ton today. So we're not going to be baking anything or turning the oven on. What we're going to make today is roasted red pepper hummus. I love hummus. So does my husband. Roasted red peppers are like his favorite. So I'm going to show you how to make it today at home. It's super easy. It doesn't waste all the plastic coming in containers. If you're buying it, on a pretty regular basis, it's great to have with veggies. Pretty much anything. We love hummus here. So I usually make my own. Like I said, it's a lot easier. It's only a few simple ingredients. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. So what you're going to need is a red bell pepper. I used one that was pretty large and I've already roasted it. But if they're kind of on the smaller side, you might want two depending. I turned on my Pampered Chef air fryer and just put them on to roast for about 10 minutes or so. You can do the same thing in the oven. Just move your shelf all the way up to the top so it's near the broiler, because you do want these to be charred. One second, I'm having a little, sorry about that, camera difficulties. So roasting your red peppers, just move the shelf in your oven up to the very top so it's kind of right under the broiler. You do want these to get pretty charred, so pretty black on the top. It makes them a lot easier to peel. So you're going to put them in about 375 for about 10 minutes or so. And they're going to come out pretty black. You want the skin side up. And what you're going to do is put it in an airtight container for about 10 minutes or so. It steams it a little bit in there, and then you're just going to peel the skins off. So they're just going to end up looking like this. You can see there's a little bit of charred stuff there. But you just peel the skin off kind of in a couple of big chunks, and your red peppers are going to be ready to use. So you're going to need the red peppers. You're going to need 1 can of chickpeas. I have these here. They're sometimes also called garbanzo beans, so depending on where you shop, they may be called one or the other. So we have 1 can here, and you want to drain them and then rinse them and kind of drain them out. You also need tahini. So this is in ground sesame paste. You can find it in most stores now. It's getting to be kind of, pretty popular. It's probably in kind of one of the ethnic food sections, things in there. So you're going to need some tahini. For this recipe, you're only going to need about 1/4 cup. But like I said, we make it all the time. So if it's something that you really love, you'll get a lot of batches out of this. And then we also need 1/4 cup of lemon juice, excuse me. You can use fresh. You can use the stuff that you keep in the fridge. I know we keep it in there all the time. You can use 1 clove of real garlic. Unfortunately, I am out. So I'm going to use our garlic seasoning. And you're going to need some ground cumin as well. You can add a pinch of cayenne pepper to this. I don't really like the spice in it, so I leave that out, but that is an option. I will post the recipe down in the description for you so you can have it in writing. And then you're going to have a little salt to taste at the end. So we have our little blender here. I have my little KitchenAid one. It just either chops or purees. So we're going to put it on puree because we are going to let this mix for a little bit. So what you're going to want to start with is your chickpeas or garbanzo beans, again, whichever. So what we're going to do is we're going to pulse those up and get those kind of started. Let's make sure we're locked in here, right? So I just kind of pulse those up. All right. I forgot our one ingredient also. You will need some olive oil. It's kind of 2 tablespoons. It's kind of however much you're going to need for in here. So let's add our lime juice and our tahini. So the tahini is a little thick. It is a paste type of stuff. So I know it's going to look like a lot of stuff in here that isn't going to be what you think of as being hummus, nice and smooth and creamy. But I promise it all does eventually blend down into where you need it. So we'll chop that up for a little bit. So as you can see, it's starting to get smoother and smoother the more we go. So I like to make sure the sides are scraped down as well so that nothing is getting stuck there. You don't end up getting a big mouthful of the tahini. It is a different flavor, that's for sure. So let's add our spices and we'll put in our roasted red peppers as well. So to kind of compensate for not having the clove of garlic, I'm going to use about 1 tablespoon of the garlic seasoning. You can add more, you can add less. That's kind of the benefit of making hummus at home. You can kind of tailor it to your taste. You know, I've made roasted garlic hummus. You can kind of make pretty much any of the kinds that you get in the store. And you can make it taste to what you like. So we added our cumin seeds as well. Those are ground seeds, not whole seeds. I add a little bit of salt, and then I'll taste test it at the end and see if I want any more or less in there. So we'll also throw in our red peppers at this point. And then my machine has a little well right here, which I don't know if you can see. So I can add my olive oil in as we go, and that way I can get kind of the texture and things right as I go along. So I'm going to add in a little bit just to get it started. That's about a tablespoon. Sorry, it's really loud, guys. I do apologize. But it really doesn't take very long. And like I said, you can add or change if you like your hummus a little bit chunkier. You don't mind that, or you can keep it grinding for several minutes. Obviously, the more you grind it, the more it will get smoother. So again, scrape down the sides a little bit. We do have a little bit of chunks of red pepper in here. If you like the ones in the store where they give you like the chunk in the middle, you can also save some of the red pepper and just kind of chop it up pretty, kind of fine, and just put that in the middle of your container. I'm going to be taking some of these for lunches, so I'm going to put them in a little individual container so I can take them with me, but also leave enough here for my husband. So we'll give that another little mix. And there we have fresh homemade hummus that you can do yourself. And it looks delicious, right? So like I said, you can taste it. To me, it has enough salt because we did add the garlic seasoning. So I'm not going to add any more. Plus, we try to watch our salt intake. So, that's kind of that for us. Like I said, I'm going to put this into small dishes so I can take for lunch. It's great for snacking. You can make pita chips. You can buy pita chips. There's a lot of great recipes out there. If you guys want to, leave me a comment. We can even make the pita chips next week, and I can show you how easy it is to make pita bread. So I want to say thanks for joining. Be sure to share with all your friends and let them know what we're doing here in my real kitchen. And until next time, I'll see you.